This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
It's time for a very interesting half an hour that we are spending with two people from HTC. One, very familiar with you, John Abraham, the actor, also the brand ambassador for HTC, and the other, the product head of HTC, joins us, Darren. But before we start, I'd like to introduce where we're going with this. HTC is a brand that has become a legacy all over the world. There isn't a single country you can go to, take the name of the brand HTC, and people would say, what? I haven't heard of it. Yet in the last 6 months, this brand, this company, this entire mobile phone manufacturer slowed down, lost its momentum, lost its mojo, as a lot of people say. What happened? Why is it not really coming up with the innovation that it was known for? And why is it that people are saying that now, with the launch of 2 or 3 new phones, HTC is back? This is the comeback, this is the big bang that HTC wanted. So today, the whole story of HTC, now told by their product head and their brand ambassador. Let's join Darren and John Abraham. So congratulations once again. Here we are with two people that I've spent a lot of time with whenever I've done anything with HTC. John, of course, even without HTC, but great to see you wearing an HTC t-shirt, all set. So let's just first start off with the fact that we've got some very interesting phones from HTC.
Yeah.
Dramatically different from what anything HTC has done in the last few months. So I'm going to start off with you. What did you really like? What was really impressive?
Well, honestly, like we were discussing a little earlier when we were all chatting, I think today no one buys a phone if it's not good looking.
True.
You know, and I think HTC's arguably got the best looking phones, and I don't say this because I endorse the brand, but I genuinely love this, and especially this HTC 10 Evo.
Right.
I mean, Darren here doesn't like the name, but I think gunmetal sounds awesome.
Sounds masculine for sure.
Okay. No, but believe me, I mean,
Yeah.
in a world where everything is becoming too common, I know everybody says all metal phone. I think the gunmetal sounds good.
It sounds
Absolutely.
It sounds really good, and what I've always liked about the HTC, and my entire family, and I say this on record, my entire family use HTC. Okay. Because my brother is an architect, and he loves product photography, and I think HTC has got the best camera in the business. So we are all encouraged to take photographs, and you have this 150-degree wide-angle lens now. It's just a fantastic experience using this phone, because I use this phone not just as a phone, but more than a phone, considering the industry that I come from.
Yes. So a lot of pictures and everything else. Now you have another phone that people have been very impressed with, the Pro 10.
Yes. Very
Very different from the typical look of what HTC, their design philosophy thrown out of the window, a brand new look out here.
Yeah,
so can we go with the same thing? And I wanted to ask John, and I'll come back with this, is the phone industry becoming like the movie industry? Good looks is what sells first. Everything else comes later, because you've gone with amazing looks and a very, very aggressive price. So good looks very important in a mobile phone now?
Well, good looks are clearly important, but even in like movie industries, you have different good-looking stereotypes, right?
Okay.
So you have the guy, the dashing guy, who is fun.
Right.
You have the dashing guy who is elegant, who is serious, and you have a sophisticated look. So
which one is John? I mean, you gave 3 categories. Which one do you put him in? Straight away, there were 3 very. So which one is John?
John is just good looking. We have a brand new look for Desire. Desire used to be about being fun and chic, and geared towards lifestyle users. We try to combine fashion styles that we see. With the Desire 10 Pro, we decided to take a slightly different approach by appealing to an audience which had a more understated style, but yet want something sophisticated. So we look back and we say, okay, let's create a brand new look for a Desire, but also keep this existing fun, chic look, and people love that, right? Mm-hmm. Give them really something quite elegant.
Okay, all right. So, John, one of the things that has been spoken about a lot is that HTC is a legacy brand. I mean, anywhere in the world, the term HTC, people would immediately know. It's not one of those, what you're talking about. But in the last few months, a lot of people have said HTC slowed down, the momentum was lost. And this now is supposedly the super big bang comeback for HTC. So with these 2 phones, do you think they've got it? And in the world of mobile phones, the aggression of multiple companies that have come in, brands that have come in, you think a comeback is something possible for HTC?
I think you've partly answered the question in your question. I think the mobile industry, the mobile phone industry, is very aggressive, and I think and I've been to Taiwan. I've been to the HTC factory. I had the good fortune of meeting Sherbang. I had the good fortune of actually experiencing Vive, their virtual reality setup, which is fantastic. And I think HTC has got a legacy, and it's in a way it's pioneered the Android business on the smartphone. To hang in there and to do a damn good job of it, I give complete credit to HTC. And in a product category where there's an influx of XYZ smartphones just coming in, boom, 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 boom. I think we've held on fantastic. And I think what we've done is we've been really patient rather than be, unnecessarily aggressive. Because whenever I speak to Faisal, my CEO in India, I keep pushing and I keep saying, hey Faisal, listen, let's go a little aggressive. And he tells me, don't worry, we've got the product, we'll come out, there's a time, we're going to launch at this point of time, we have faith in our product. So, being part of the HTC brand philosophy, I've developed that kind of patience, that kind of stay, and I know our products are far superior. So it's a credible situation. You can have 5 smartphones come out, they'll bang in the market, but we'll stand out by the end of it.
So this is actually really the future that is coming in already. So now I have a question about the future. So we were talking about gunmetal, and it's a question that I've asked John once before, but I've never had an opportunity where John has sat with me and so is somebody from HTC. Now, one of the things in the future that I foresee is that you should have a HTC John Abraham phone. I mean, a branded one, right? I mean, a rough and tough one that, even that leaps off. What's the maximum in a movie that you've leaped off a building and then just stood on your feet?
I think I've gone off a cable at 230 feet and it slammed into a glass.
Okay, so maybe not all of that, but some parts of that you can say the phone can do. It would be a nice looking phone, would be a really
Definitely
tough phone,
nice
gunmetal
looking.
for sure, or some other metal that we could come up with. But what's the 1 or 2 other features very important to you that you would insist this one should have?
Well, because I'm the business of filmmaking, I would, we had the
Yes.
some time ago, where you actually shoot the entire action process and it gets downloaded onto your phone. So that's something that I'd really like on an HTC phone. I'd like a phone that's very active, interactive with me, that moves around, and I just feel it would be an honor in a way if they had a John Abraham line. But I also feel that being associated with the brand is the brand and I synergize on a lot of values that we have together in terms of innovation. The kind of films I do, I reinvented myself with the kind of films I do. So talking about looks, if John Abraham was just about looks, he produced, which was an innovation, and he started making films like Vicky Donor and Madras Cafe and now Force 2. So I think that's what HTC stands for. So there are a lot of brand synergies that HTC and I have. And for one, it would be a camera that if I'm flying from somewhere, I just hold the phone and say, whoa, come on, let's get this shot.
Don't have to worry about the camera. Just live the moment, let the camera do all the stuff.
It'll do the rest of it. So here's the opportunity. I mean, I have you here, I have him here. So isn't this a
I'm
great
going to surprise
idea?
him.
I have a feeling it's about to happen, So we've been talking about it for a while, and the last time I asked him, he'd spoken about very interesting things. By the way, you have a brand ambassador that is very rare, who actually does seem to get both the product and the philosophy of the company. Now, I'm not just saying it. I meet up with a lot of brand ambassadors and people from Bollywood and otherwise who more or less know almost nothing about the brand or the product. I'm saying it straight, right?
Yeah.
And this is incredible because he's very in sync with brand philosophy and product. So let's do a little bit of a quick fire on, what's been happening around. So if Force 2 is John Abraham, then HTC for you is?
If Force 2 is John Abraham, HTC for me is my character, ACP Yashvardhan. because he's innovative, he's smart, he's intelligent, he's honest. That's my character, not John Abraham.